everyone, Travis here from Travis.media. In step with turning 43 this year, I've decided to do a video sharing 40 lessons about life that I've learned as a 40-year-old developer. Yeah, I know 43 isn't 40, but 43 just isn't as catchy. And we'll break these up into 7 sections: relationships, finances, careers, programming, fitness, lifestyle, and time, in that order. Let's get started. Number 1, if you're my age or older, stop trying to act like one of the young guys or girls in the company. You're past the folly and silliness of that age. Don't try to be like them again. You're distinctly older, you're more thoughtful about your words, and you shouldn't try to join in on the immature banter. Stand out as an older man or woman because that's who you are. Stop trying to be cool. Number 2, try to answer people with a yes or a no, or at least some sort of definitive answer based on what you know. As Tim Denning once said, honesty is direct, dishonesty is often indirect. You don't want to be known as a dishonest person. If you know you can't make an event or attend a lunch, don't do an well, maybe. Just do a no, I can't make it today. Be that person. Number 3, every person gets 24 hours a day. After sleeping, 16. After working, 8. Don't waste those gaming, watching Netflix, or scrolling on your phone. You'll blink and 10 years will be gone. Instead, take these 8 hours and learn a new skill, or spend more time with the people you really care about. Your wife, your kids, your family. Meet up with friends, make memories, minimize future regrets, and make that time count. Do you have goals? We'll use these 8 hours a day to reach them. Just 3 hours a week will give you 15 extra hours to put yourself in a better position financially, or in your career, or in your relationships. Number 4, everyone should have multiple streams of income. This is essential, especially in this economy. A little bit coming from here and there, it really adds up. Investments, side jobs, passive income, crypto, dividends, real estate, whatever, just have more than one. And just to say, it's 100% okay to work a 9 to 5. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. However, this should be one of a number of sources of income. This is the 21st century. We shouldn't keep thinking we're still in the 20th. Number 5, learn how to manage your money and grow it. You'll be making good money as a software developer, often before you even have the wisdom on how to handle it. Learn to budget your money. I use YNAB for this. It's a budgeting app. I'll put a link below. And live by that budget, and then invest the rest in things that grow it. Number 6, be cautious about how much you put into a 401k. There are tax advantages, but it's slow growth. You can't touch it until you're old. And in the grand scheme of things, cash flow is more important. When you get old, it's good to have a large sum to live off of, but it's even better to have, say, 10 rental properties paying you $6K a month every month until you die, and then you can leave them to your kids. And just a wild example, if you had $100K in Bitcoin just at the beginning of last year, instead of it being in a 401k, it would be worth $436K today. And that's in a little over 1 year's time. No, a 401k isn't a scam. Just be careful on how much you rely on it to save you one day. Not financial advice. Number 7, and this is a hot take. Turn your webcam on every time, every meeting. Leaders of teams and those who excel or strive to excel are always quick to turn on their webcams in meetings. They have them on at the beginning and they keep them on the whole meeting. On the other hand, followers and those who don't really actively pursue advancement keep their webcams off. It hurts, but you know it's true. Number 8, when you go to coding interviews, remember that the interviewer is a human like you. Maybe their son is giving them trouble at home. They're having marital problems. Their car is in the shop, or they're struggling with some sort of depression. You are also human and don't have to sit there like a wet cat begging for the job. Remember that he or she is also human. Then have a human-to-human conversation. Number 9, always keep your LinkedIn and options open to other job offers. Do interviews every now and then, regularly. See where things take you. Regularly. You shouldn't be married to your job. I'm 100% certain your job is not married to you. The average tenure of a software developer is around 16 months. Don't act like you're going to be there for longer than that. Thus, keep your options open. Always. Maybe try for that dream job while you're at your current job. You already have a job, so you aren't losing anything by trying. Also, a new position at a company is the fastest way to a salary increase that could take you a decade by staying with the same company. Number 10, don't let people, especially management, walk over you at work. You're not that easily going to be fired. In fact, management often likes people that are more direct. And in being more direct, you're perceived as more trustworthy because you don't beat around the bush. Sorry, I have to leave by 5 today. That feature will take much longer to build than you've estimated. I don't think that's a good idea. I can't start on that yet because I'm currently still working on this. Be direct from adult to adult, and you'll find yourself much more appreciated. 11. Remember that the software industry is vast. Throughout your career, your interests will change. When they do, don't be afraid to shift into a new position of that interest. One reason, among others, for burnout is doing the same thing over and over. To have a healthy and vibrant life career as a developer, you need to be moving into positions that you become interested in over the years. Maybe from developer to project manager, then to cloud architect, then to maybe a solutions engineer, then maybe to an AI researcher, who knows? But don't stay in a certain position for 30 years dreading what you do. Shift around as the interests come and go. Again, it's a vast industry. Number 12, spend money on books, courses, and personal development. Set a budget for this. And I have a video dedicated to this. Again, I'll link it below. But keeping yourself educated and investing into a life of learning is the key to success. All the greats out there will tell you the same thing. Get a Kindle. Carve out time to read. Keep up with the latest trends via newsletters. And read books to become better at communication, soft skills, marketing, and whatever makes you a more happier, knowledgeable, more marketable person. 13. Making a lifestyle of networking is one of the most important things you can do. Meet new people, join others for lunch, remember people's names, think of them regularly and keep in touch with them. Help them if the opportunity arises, and they will help you when you need them, or often when you don't even know you need it. I also have a video on this. I'll link it below. 14. Being a good developer will help you get the job and positions within a company. Developing your soft skills will open many more doors within the industry. Many people can code, AI can code, but can they speak, persuade, and charm like you? Be sure you're not underbalanced here. 15. Be accountable. If you made the mistake, own it. But don't bask in that mistake. Instead, it's then your job to find the solution. Don't pity in it. Find a solution. Be this sort of person, a solution-minded person. Own the mistake and then take ownership of finding or helping to find the solution. 16. Instead of being a programmer who waits for the next tasks to be assigned to them, take time to dive deep into the whys of your company or project or contract. Try to learn about the customer, why you're building what you're building, and how things work at a deeper level. Be able to talk about those things in meetings and explain these whys to other developers on your team. Gaining this domain knowledge is one of the quickest ways in moving up in your company and proving your knowledge in this industry. It's what makes senior level and principal level developers and managers. If not, you'll stay a coder and you'll be easily replaced in the future. 17. Practice the art of pseudocoding. Try to map out what the code will do or should do before you write any code. If you get this down, then it's just a matter of syntax. 18. It's good practice before you push your finished branch up to GitHub to merge in the latest changes from master first. This way you can handle any conflicts locally and not after the fact. And also to be sure that your code still works with the changes that have been made by the team while you were coding in your branch. 19. Always pad your time estimates for coding features. Almost always something will pose a problem and make you miss your already unattainable deadline. When you're in your stand-up and you go to give that estimate, double it. And I don't think this makes you look bad or slow. All people in management know the drill. Don't be the only one who doesn't. 20. If you're self-taught and you haven't read the Grokking algorithms book, go read it. The PDF is free online, just go search for it. The concepts in this book will tie all of your missing links together. You'll learn how to optimize your algorithms with Big O. You'll learn recursion, data structures like hash tables, arrays, linked lists, and how they all work under the hood. You'll learn graphs, and the most important, search and sort algorithms. And it's a very fun book, easy to read, and is explained well. If you want the video versions, then go and check out my course in the Travis Media community, where I'm teaching chapter by chapter through this book. I'll put a link below to it. 21. As a software developer, remember that you are a problem solver more than you are a coder. Writing code is easy. There's documentation for that. Solving the problem or problems efficiently and without bugs is what you really get paid for. There's a quote out there that says, "Prolific developers don't always write a lot of code. Instead, they solve a lot of problems. These two things are not the same." First, solve the problem, then write the code. 22. You are not in a skill match with your fellow programmers. Stop thinking of them as a threat to your intelligence just because they're better than you or that they will find out that you're an imposter. There will always be programmers better than you. They'll have the skills that you just don't possess. It's okay. It's what makes the whole clock tick. Take a day to get outside, have a talk with yourself, find out who you are, where you're at as a programmer, and make a pact to accept that person as they are, as you are. Then be confident in the stage of programming that you're currently in, and with new eyes, look at others as people to learn from and others as people to teach. 23. Take on hard tasks at work. When you're in your stand-up and you're waiting for that one really easy task to grab, instead grab the hard one. You'll struggle, you'll have to research, you'll get frustrated, but you'll grow so much from having to do that hard work. Patrick McKenzie once said, "Every great developer you know got there by solving problems they were unqualified to solve until they actually did it." 24. When learning to code, watch tutorials, yes. Take courses, yes. But these are not equal to getting hands-on. What all aspiring developers need to do is to take at least one substantial project, one that they come up with and map out, and see it through to completion by reading documentation, running into problems, solving bugs, wrestling with it, and refactoring it all on their own. And they will come out of this with way more knowledge than following along in more instructor-led courses. As the mathematician Alan Turing said, programming is a skill best acquired by practice and example rather than from books. 25. As a programmer, especially a new programmer, don't lose sight of your hobbies. Don't code 24/7. Get out, bike, run, hike, grill out, play games, whatever, but be sure that you have some sort of life outside of coding. I have a whole video on this as well, but don't let coding define who you are as a person. Let it be something among other things that you do. Otherwise, you'll eventually have a meeting with the dreaded Mr. Burnout. 26. There will always be bugs in your code or things that you didn't consider. If there wasn't, half of us would be gone. When you find a bug, this isn't a time to interrupt everyone on your groundbreaking new finding. Create a task for it and prioritize it if needed. Better than the bugs themselves is actually a system in place that lets you troubleshoot and fix, like writing tests, logging, and a good CI/CD pipeline. 27. When you're talking with a customer, never promise anything before talking with your team first. No matter what stage it's in or how much confidence you have personally, always say, "Let me check with my team on that." Keep a safe, blurry wall up between you and the customer. 28. I know this is cliche, but you only learn things by making mistakes. As new developers, our number one goal is to not make mistakes. We'll cheat, we'll hide things, and we'll put on masks just to conceal to everyone that we know what we're doing. But regardless, mistakes will be made. Accept them, and then be sure to learn from them as to not do them again or make them again. 29. Don't hesitate to tell your coworkers to create a new ticket for their issues when they come to you with new questions and problems. You also have tasks that you have to complete, deadlines that you have to meet, and you have to at some point focus to get these things done. And if you have to often jump to the aid of others to help them in their new issues or their questions or their problems, you can't get your own work done. When they say, "Hey, I just pushed my code and I think I may have messed up such and such," or "I can't get this service deployed correctly, I need you to come and help me or jump on a call with me," calmly ask them to create a new ticket and maybe prioritize it for someone else to take on next, and let the process in place handle that issue instead of stopping what you're doing again to help them out. 30. Your health is your number one priority. If you're well physically and mentally, you can work and you can make money. Your health is the gateway or portal that enables all the other priorities. 31. Sitting all day is a known problem. This isn't debatable. You will be bedridden by 60 or even 50. Knowing this, you must get a standing desk at some point soon, or find a way to stand more, or find another career. 32. Drink more water. The majority of people just don't drink enough water. The headaches, the fatigue, the brain fog could all be that you're just dehydrated and need more water. I keep a big mason jar by my desk, staring me at the face all day to remind me to do so. Do the same. 33. Try to work out at least 3 days a week. There's no excuse. You get one body and you can shape it to be something, or you can let it become something you don't like. So many problems we have as humans go away with regular exercise. Not only physical, but mental. And it's simple. Walk daily. Do push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squats, jumps, burpees, whatever, but do it at least 3 days a week. break a sweat. You don't even need any weights. You know you have time, and this time spent will give you more time in years to live. 34, get outside. Get some sun on your skin daily. There are benefits from nurturing your circadian rhythm, vitamin D, to just making the body feel alive again. It's vital. In many countries, it's just common sense, but in the Western world, especially those with desk jobs like us, we need to be reminded. Here's your reminder. 35. Never boast in being fully remote if you never travel. The original goal was to be able to work from anywhere in the country or the world, and being fully remote allows you to do this. Don't then betray yourself by not taking the opportunity to work from other places. Travel to another state for 2 weeks, or another country for a month and work from there. And take your family. Why not? Wasn't that the goal? 36. Try to do one hard thing every day. This could be getting up early and running, not because you need to run, but because it forces you to do something against your comfort. How about asking a coworker to lunch? And I know you'd rather be left alone and enjoy your bologna sandwich, but you'll do so solely because you don't want to do so. And in that interaction, you'll find more success and fulfillment. 37. Try to save your easiest and shortest tasks for the end of the workday. Meaning, don't be pushing your code at 5 p.m. or 4 or even 3. Instead, save it for the morning. And the reason is, you don't want to be doing anything at the endish of the day that may prohibit you from leaving on time. You want to wind down and be done. Perhaps this means saving replying to emails, or documenting things, or some meetings for the end of the day. 38. Programming is a mentally taxing job. Therefore, max out your PTO, or paid time off, every year. If you have sick time, don't be afraid to use it, even if you just feel a little bit under the weather or just need a day to get back on your feet. And don't trade your PTO for money at the end of the year. Instead, use it. Trust me, use it all. 39. Ultimately, your boss doesn't care about you. They care about the budget and their own boss. Your politician, your president, checkout lady at Target, guy stocking the shelves, none of them care about you, but your family does, and your friends do. So be sure to give priority and care to the right people. 40. An unchecked life will pass in a flash. If you've listened to my story, link below, before learning to code, I took a job at a hospital temporarily as I looked for something better, and 10 years passed at that same job. If you let your days, months, years go unchecked, unchallenged, without goals, you will wake up an old person with many regrets. Take time to evaluate your current situation regularly. If you're comfortable where you're at, you're probably overdue. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider doing so, and I'll see you in the next video.